Today's horoscope, Aries October 6, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Even with a somewhat retiring disposition due to the moon in your solar house today, you're keeping busy and involved. You feel more emotionally fulfilled when you apply yourself to something that elevates your life. As the day advances, a Mercury-Mars square comes into play, which can produce some mental tension or overstimulation. Observe for a tendency to want to do too much, too fast. It's a little too easy to become irritated, and others can seem disagreeable or provoking. There can be ego clashes, misunderstandings, and a general tendency to jump to conclusions. While competition can motivate you to improve your game, it can nevertheless be wise to tame defensiveness and impatience. A faint inkling of uncertainty likely popped up on your radar beginning yesterday. This is because mighty Mars, the planet of drive, action, and energy and your planetary ruler, began his pre-shadow phase. He will be slowing down for many weeks until nearly the holidays. As he spins back and forth primarily in your solar house of home, family, and domesticity, you may notice frustration beginning to crop up, especially if you live with your significant other or are planning to. Seize the day now before things get incredibly rocky later on in the year. Do you feel irritated? That is a loaded question, especially since you are already such an explosive sign. Your frustration and anger may begin to mount as the pre-shadow period for Mars retrograde begins. In particular, you could be annoyed with your work and life balance or lack thereof. You may want to leave work at work when you clock out for the day. Likewise, leave your matters at the door when you clock into work. However, this might be different. Try not to blow up if your work and life balance is out of whack. If you are in the mood to pamper yourself today, it'll be worth it to book the whole night at Chez Toi, your place. Get some exercise after work so that your body is truly ready for the depth of pampering you are about to subject it to. Have some light food on hand to enjoy while you spend the evening in your own private spa. Light candles, draw a hot bath or shower. Magnolia oil would be the perfect touch for physical and psychic cleansing. Are you really ready to fight body and soul to gain victory? If yes, you are certainly in phase with today's vibrations because you are going to be able to realize a project that you hold dear or create a lasting relationship, notably in your private life. Professional realizations will come a little later and will depend on your ability to be autonomous. As the moon departs from your relationship sector and concludes the effects of the eclipsing new moon from 2 days ago, any intense emotional responses or pressures this may have caused in you and your relationships will dissipate. What remains is a newfound understanding of what you desire from your relationships and what they require from you, along with recognition of the substantial support provided by communication influences. This was the moon's sole visit during Mercury's presence in your relationship sector, and it occurred just before Jupiter will begin its retrograde motion in your communication sector next week. After wrapping up the eclipsing new moon in your relationship sector 2 days ago, the moon has not only left you emotionally engaged but with a lot to unpack. As well as a chance for new beginnings, the last few days have not only flushed out any issues but revealed just how much support you have from the communication gods. Daily Planetary Overview. Let's take a moment to talk about those magical moments, the ones where everything suddenly seems to fall into place, as if the answer had been sitting there all along, just waiting for you to notice it. Have you ever been caught in the cycle of overthinking, weighing every possible angle, only for the solution to hit you out of the blue when you least expect it? That's the energy today has in store for you. You may find that the clarity you've been chasing arrives when you stop searching so hard for it. Often, the best ideas and insights come to us when we allow ourselves a moment to just be. It's like when you're trying to recall something, and the moment you stop trying, the answer pops right into your mind. Think back to a time when everything clicked for you, a moment when, after a lot of deliberation, the path forward suddenly became crystal clear. How did that feel? Was it a sense of relief, excitement, or even surprise? Share your story. It's likely that someone else is feeling stuck right now, and your experience could be the encouragement they need. Speaking of challenges, today may bring some twists and turns that require you to be flexible. But think of these obstacles not as roadblocks but as part of the process, tasks to be completed with patience and determination. Have you ever set out on a path with one plan in mind, only to discover that you had to adjust your course along the way? Maybe that change ended up being the best thing that could have happened. Remember, success doesn't always come in a straight line. Life's journey often has detours, and that's perfectly okay. Those detours can be rich with lessons and unexpected blessings. If you've ever had a setback that later turned out to be a hidden blessing, share it with us. Your story could inspire someone who's facing a similar hurdle today. Sometimes, in our eagerness to get things done, we lose the joy in the process. Think about the last time you were so focused on checking items off your to-do list that you forgot to enjoy the journey. Today is a reminder to pace yourself and embrace the small moments along the way. Life isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about finding meaning and satisfaction in the steps that lead you there. So, take a breath, give yourself permission to slow down, and enjoy the ride. Have you ever had one of those days where, on the surface, everything seems fine, but underneath, something just feels off? It's like your emotions are out of sync with the world around you. You're not alone. We all experience those moments, and today's planetary alignments might be stirring up exactly that kind of energy. It can be confusing when your emotions don't quite match your circumstances, but remember, it's okay to feel this way. You don't need to analyze every emotion or fix everything right away. Sometimes the best thing you can do is acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment. Let those feelings be, without trying to change them. Have you ever noticed how quickly a bad mood can pass when you stop fighting it and simply allow yourself to feel? Tension, frustration, or confusion can be fleeting if you don't resist them. Be kind and gentle with yourself today. These emotional ups and downs won't last forever, and on the other side of them, there's brighter energy waiting to fill your spirit. If you've experienced this kind of emotional ebb and flow before, how did you move through it? What tools or practices helped you come back into balance? Share with USA Euro. We'd love to hear your experiences. Whether it's taking time to meditate, talking with a friend, or simply giving yourself a quiet moment to reset, your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Remember, we're all navigating this journey together. Embrace each moment, trust that clarity will come when it's meant to, and know that you're exactly where you need to be right now. You've got this.